Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. Numerovation with King Simon. Text me now at 347-496-1022. You could also take my course if you want to, but do text me for your sessions at 347-496-1022. You could also get my books on Amazon at Linktree/King Simon the Numerator. Remember, you could book your session and get it done right now. 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. King Simon the Numerator. Yes, family. How you doing? How y'all doing this evening? Hope everybody can hear me tonight. We got a great show for you. I'm going to bring up my special guest co-host coming up in a few seconds. We're going to have a good show. Oh, yeah. Woo, this one's going to be fire, family. So please do me a favor. Like, subscribe, share, and tell the friends and your family and the enemies to come on in. We got moderators in the chat, so I ain't worried about this time. We ain't worried about the trolls, but we don't want the trolls in the building. And remember, all of the links to Sister Shahrazad Ali is pinned to the top. Pinned to the top of the chat. Her books, her PayPal, email, and her Cash App is pinned to the top. But if you do want to scan the QR code to get any of her books right now, here's the QR code right here and right now. If you want to scan the QR code right now to get any of Sister Shahrazad Ali's books right now, all of her books, Lord have mercy. But I made sure I put the links just in case, the eBay links right now in everything, so y'all can see it for yourself. And we want to support our sister as much as we possibly can. And of course, like I said, we do have all of her links coming up. It is now 54 minutes after 7 o'clock on the East Coast. But you got a Cash App, you got her email and her PayPal, and that's her PayPal to Sister Shahrazad Ali at yahoo.com, yahoo.com. But also she got Cash App. And of course, her book links. This is to all the books that she got out, and she has a lot of publications out there. Now, the guest that I'm about to bring on is 5 minutes before we bring on Sister Shahrazad Ali. The guest that I'm about to bring on, my co-host with the most. She's going to be in the building right now. Her name is Dr. Angela Moten, author, educator, lecturer. You can contact her at Dr. Anaton at Gmail. Her website is angelaanaton.com. Still under construction, I think, or it's probably still, I hope it's working now, but we'll talk about that. Cash App at $ Angela Anaton, paypal.com. Of course, you can go deal the PayPal through her Mega Prime 29 at Gmail, and you can hit her up at IG at Black_Love40. Let's welcome on the stage the one, the only Dr. Angela Moten in the building.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. How you doing?
I am ebullient tonight.
Yeah, that's one of your words.
Yes, this is amazing, okay?
That's one of the words, yes.
That's one of the words.
Ebullient, please express what that means to the world.
I'm very excited, like supreme excitement, yes.
Me too, girl. Me too, girl. Hey. We got a lot to discuss. We on IG also. Big up to the IG family. We also on IG, so make sure. Big up to all the IG family. Big up to all the people that's good. Big up to one of the moderators, Holistica, the master iridologist, one of the moderators in the building. Big up to Color Curiosity in the building, another one of the moderators. Anybody you see with a wrench, those are my moderators, and only 2 of them right now. And I'm advising all the moderators, if you see a troll, put them on timeout for 24 hours. I care less.
You got moderators now. You done moved up with the Jeffersons now. You got moderators in the chat.
We are moving on up to the east side.
Right.
And I'm going to see if Sister Shahrazad Ali want any questions. So the questions won't be over phone line. It will be cam up. You got to cam up. We don't want you in the dark.
She wants the live face to ask. Okay.
Yeah, she might want the live face. Yeah, gotcha. face. Okay. Because I want to see who these people are who's trying to talk behind the keyboard, where she's an elder that been in the struggle, doing her thing. Right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Had her martial arts training. She did her thing.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. That's what it is. Y'all don't understand. I don't understand. Y'all better get up. And of course, again, all of her links is right here if you want to take a snapshot or pinned at the top of the chat. Make sure you support her. Start supporting her right now via Cash App or via PayPal. Start showing her love. And if you don't want to do PayPal, Cash App, the link right there pinned on the top is her books, all of the books. Why Not to Eat? Here's a few of her books. A few of her books is The Black Woman's Guide to Understanding the Black Man. Black women act like she never wrote this book.
Right?
Black Woman's Guide to Understanding the Black Man. Then she wrote The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. Then she wrote Urban Survival. She wrote You Are Still a Slave. She wrote How Not to Eat the Pork. She wrote Things Your Parents Should Have Told You. She wrote all kinds of things. I mean, she wrote a whole bunch of books. Matter of fact, let me share that screen. Why am I
I was going to say, please share that.
To share that screen and stop playing with the peoples. Playing with my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Look at all this. Look at all this. Look at all of this. People playing games.
Right.
Writing before some of us was born. Matter of fact, in 1967, she joined the Nation of Islam.
Yeah, I wasn't here yet.
I was here. I just was born that year. Look at that. How not to eat the pork. She even revised some of this stuff because they be changing and adding pork to everything nowadays. So are you still a slave? I mean, Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. And things your parents should have told your ass. Urban Survival for the years to come. She wrote a lot of books now. Wow. And Black women, go get this book, Black Woman's Guide to Understanding the Black Man, if you have a problem with Black Man's Guide. Although Black Man Guide, like she told me before, it only 1,000 of those things sold that had the so-called quote that she had from a psychologist about smacking your woman in the mouth. That only 1,000 books sold. And then she took it off. She took it out of the book. But they still harping on that madness. So,
but you know what's interesting though? The countries where they allow women to get reprimanded physically, they don't have issues with their women. I just don't find that coincidental. I'm not saying severely beat women. I'm just trying to make a point here. They're not doing what's happening in the United States. I tell you that.
You just did not send that. You just did not send that. Hold on 1 second. She said to send the link. Hold on 1 second. Let me check what she talking about now. I sent the link, but they, these people.
To mess it up.
Say it again.
I said, technology likes to act weird.
Yeah.
Need it.
Yeah. Check. And so I just sent the link again. So she's coming up at 8 o'clock. She's supposed to come up at 8 o'clock, but we are later to happen. Fat family, make sure you share, like, and subscribe. No trolls in the building, but if you are trolling, my mods will handle you well. My mods are telling you no. my mods will kick your ass.
Funny.
My moms will kick you out. So without further ado, Lord have mercy. My sister is in the building looking gracious as ever. Ooh, Lord, praise Allah, Allahu Akbar. I want to welcome on the stage back on my platform, and our little clip went viral again. Lord have mercy, from when we on Sinetta TV. Lord have mercy. I want to welcome my dear sister Shahrazad Ali in the building.
She looks so beautiful.
Alhamdulillah. I can't hear you now.
You can't hear me? I can hear you. Okay, I'm taking. Hold on.
Now I can.
All right. How you doing, sister?
I'm doing fine. Praise be to Allah.
Oh, you're looking good, sis. You're looking good. I don't know if you remember Dr. Angela. She helped interview you last time with me, but this is Dr. Angela. She loves you, girl. She loves you.
I sure do.
I'm glad she does. I've seen too many people I don't remember. But I'm sure she's a great person if you got her on there with you.
Yeah, but sis, well, I got to get great people, and and I wanted somebody that's not just controversial. I don't want no controversial people, just
yeah, I'm not controversial.
Exactly. They want to put you in a controversial place.
Right. She tells the truth, right?
That's how people deal with the truth. If they can't accept the truth, then they say, "Oh, that's controversial."
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, before we move on, let me just make sure the business is taken care of. Now, first of all, I got a QR code from them. Look at this QR code. Scan this QR code, family. But I do have all the links pinned on the top of the chat, so you can just press links and go straight to it. But here's the QR code just in case you're looking at your phone and you can't scan it right now. But if you're on a television, you can scan and go get all of her books, like I was showing y'all earlier. All of her books is up here, man. All of her books. You go scan, you get all of her books. Look at that. I was telling her, like, they act like you didn't write this book, Black Woman's Guide to Understanding Black Man. What the heck's wrong with our sisters? You wrote all of this. Good material. All of this.
Yes, sir. I've been very blessed.
You've been very blessed. Praise the Lord. I love you. I love Sister. That's my sister. Oh, so sister, first and foremost, thank you very much for coming on. And again, let me make sure people see all the codes. Look, you got her PayPal. Also, you use Sister Shahrazad Ali for PayPal. Those are the over the seas people, because a lot of people over the seas don't use Cash App. They don't use Cash App. They use PayPal. Go hit her up. Go send a donation. Send her some love. Cash App. If you got Cash App, her Cash App is also in the chat. So you can press directly to the Cash App in the chat, because I put the whole link on there. Nothing but the link. So help us a lot. That's what we're doing here. I got everything up there, and her email. If you want to email, don't email her no foolishness though. Don't disrespect her. I don't want y'all trying to disrespect my sister. She'll call me now. She'll let me know. Like she did before. So I know. So
well, it all depends. I might get with them.
but Sister Shahrazad, it's a blessing, sister. How's the family? How's the big family you got? How they do?
Everybody's doing fine. Praise be to Allah. You know, my little great grandson Shabazz.
Yes.
He's 3.5 now.
Oh Lord, man!
Time has flown.
Let's give him a round of applause. Give that little man a round. We're gonna give him a round of applause. Man. Give him a round of applause. Give that man a round of applause. 3 years. hey, some relationships can't even last 3 years. 3 years.
Right.
So I know, yeah.
So let's get right into it. I know people are waiting. You know, today's politics. Oh Lord, what now? Yeah. The Messenger wrote The Fall of America back in the day, and we read that book from back to front and all of that. Do you see the Messenger's work coming right out of that book? Please.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, when you read it again now, it's just frightening, because a lot of the things that he has said actually either have happened or they're going to happen. Yes. Now, he talked about that the dollar was going to fail. The dollar was going to die. And of course, that seemed so crazy back then, because the dollar was just wonderful everywhere.
That's right.
But last month, 159 countries stopped using the U.S. dollar.
Yep.
Because the value has failed. So, and get this, they printing their own money.
Yep.
So, you know, that's very interesting to see that happen, because the dollar has always been considered strong. But in some places now, it's only worth overseas, like some places, 2 cents on the dollar. So that means if you got $10 in your pocket, you really don't have 20 cents. Now that's, you know, we used to see the pictures from the 1930s during the Depression, where people would take a wheelbarrow full of money up to get one apple. And so it could possibly even get like that here. Of course, we don't have no money. It ain't going to affect us like that anyway. Yeah. But for the people that do have a lot of money, this could be very serious. And as it catches on, because, you know, the American dollar is not backed by gold. White people stole all the gold during the Depression in the 30s.
That's right.
And so now it's just, that's why they can just keep printing. They can send $1 billion to Ukraine or Israel anywhere, because it don't mean nothing.
That is the truth. And you know, all this people are getting nervous breakdown because of the voting and the politics. And
all my goodness.
You notice, you've noticed too, right?
You know, I'm having so much fun with this. You know, I be listen, the Negroes tell me, you got to vote for Kamala because Donald Trump is a threat to our democracy. I say, what democracy? You ain't had no democracy here in America. Yeah, ain't no one white man gonna be no threat to our democracy. The biggest threat we have to our democracy is the police department and the bank. The police department, because we can't get equal justice and fair treatment, and the banks, because they refuse to finance us the way they have financed each other so that we can build something for ourselves for those of us who want to do it. We don't have the capital. When we go in business, we have to use our own money, and everybody we know money. And that's not the way to go in business to be successful. You have to use the bank's money and borrow from them. So that's the threats to our democracy. We on all of this, they talking. He's a threat to our country. Our country. We don't have no country. What are they talking about? Please. We was robbed from our country and drugged over here. This not our country. But these are tricks with the language that the white politicians and blacks do to get us to get involved in their process. Now, let's discuss Sister Kamala.
Yes, please talk about it.
Okay. Just from what I've seen about her, I don't think she's bright enough for the job, number one. And then number two, now this shows you how you can reach your Peter principle by going through the law school, becoming the DA and all of that, and be an idiot. Okay? Right. So what we're looking at is, I don't want nobody in the White House who hate black men. Okay? Now, in their culture, it's very interesting because they can, in their culture, the Asian American culture, the Indian culture, they can marry any other brown person that they want to, but not a black man. That's why she never talks about her father. You never hear her say, all she talk about is, my mother sit at the table and we had to go over the bills. She talks about her mother. She never talks about her father because he allegedly was a black Jamaican, and that's considered down. So she went and married a white man to bring up the stature of her family and try to remove some of the stain about being married and integrated with a black man. See, now, here we have a vice president that will probably be the president that's got a white husband. We got our first black Supreme Court justice. She got a white husband. Now, how far do you think they had to look, King Simon, to find two black women that's married to two white men? See, all of this is to guarantee that no matter what they come out front and saying, it's a white man in the background still running things.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
And if Kamala thinks that some of them old white senators and Congress people and all around the country white men are going into the voting booth and check for a Negro woman to come out and be their ruler, she is completely out of her mind.
Out of her mind, totally.
That's right.
Hey, family, you see who we got in the building. We got the one, the only. I gotta give another welcome.
Wait. Now, we've been Democrats almost 95 years.
Yes.
It hasn't benefited us. In fact, the Democrats have done us a great disservice, even down to the food stamps. Now, let me tell you why. It sounds really nice to say, well, that's to feed the children. The babies got to eat. Well, that's not how that always works out. They do a lot of different things with food stamps. But the food stamps now allow the people who have them to buy junk food and fast food.
Right.
They can use the food stamps at a lot of different places. That has contributed to our diabetes, heart disease, kidney disease, high blood pressure, and all other kind of physical ailments.
That's right.
Because there used to be direction on what you could buy, certain kind of vegetables, certain kind of cans, or certain kind of meats. Well, now you can go in and buy a Burger King, you can buy a McDonald's Whopper. They got the EBT everywhere. And that is so bad for us. So they haven't helped us. We like Democrats as black people because we want something for nothing. See, we want somebody to give us something. Now, we have had two black people out here in the front of politics, Kamala and Barack Obama. Both of them have looked us straight dead in the face and told us, no, I'm not going to do anything for you.
Yep.
They did not lie. Now, they didn't say that to the LBGQT community. They didn't say that to the Asians. They didn't say that and to the Indians. They haven't said that to the Pacific Islanders. They have special programs for all of those people. And they give them money in the past 2 years, she steered almost $23 billion to the Asian community, helping them with their language. And get this, to help the Asians preserve their culture in America. Now, they ain't never helped us to preserve ours. They've never given us a dime for that. The most we could do was wear an afro and some African clothes, and we don't do that no more. See? So this is an unfair situation. They're going to dog that sister if she does get in there. We know how, Obama was the worst president we ever had. Now, if a man couldn't do it, certainly a woman who looked like she's black, I don't care what she's supposed to be. And but two nationalities on the earth, white and non-white. And she is a non-white. So she going to get treated like a non-white. So that's the issue that we're dealing with about it. Trump is the kind of white man that most of us are familiar with. He ain't fronting like the rest of them. Okay? And he is no more racist or different than any of them. And I keep telling them, there's no difference in these white people out here that's in power. Why y'all keep telling me, oh no, he's a threat to our democracy? I say, well, he's a threat to the invisible because you ain't got no democracy and you're not going to get any no matter who gets in office. Now, we have a right to select the slave master of our choice. So I'm not telling anybody who to vote for.
That's right. And before I pass it on to Dr. Angela, even during the messenger's time, he was doing more back in those days than we're doing today.
Absolutely.
I got the whole Muslim accomplishment. He's been doing more.
We don't have any of that. We don't have any of that to point at. Farrakhan didn't teach the people to do for self. He taught them to do for him. That's different. The messenger put everything. He told us, stop buying me all of these different things. We need that money to build a nation. He didn't even want that diamond and gold and pearl fez that he wore. He kept telling us that. Do something for yourself. He say, your unity is more important than prayer. See, and that's for the people that's praying all day and all night thinking that that's going to change their condition. Okay? So, there was a lot that he talked. And one other thing he said the trouble with the Muslims is that they sit around and talk too much. We'll talk something to death and don't do anything because it's easier to tell about something than it is to show it.
Teach, sister. Go ahead, sister, Dr. Angela.
Yes.
It's such an honor to be here with you today. I told my family, everybody at my job, I just told them, you have to watch Sister Ali. I get to be in her presence today. So thank you for allowing that. You have on one of my favorite colors, is pink. I love it. You look fabulous.
Well,
the question I have is, do you feel that women should have a role like a president as far as leadership is concerned?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
No. We too silly, we too immature, we too emotional. That doesn't mean we're not highly intelligent.
Right.
We're not qualified. Kamala is getting ready to go into circles where a lot of them people in the East don't even allow women in the room.
Right.
Let them come in there and talk.
Right.
So I'm not saying that we don't have a role, but that's not it. One of rulership.
Right.
And she is in her 60s now. So she's approaching menopause. And all of us know about that. I don't want no woman in there in menopause making no decisions for me.
Right.
And she's in that nervous, crazy, got anxiety, got all kind of feelings. Now, how are we going to deal with that? And who is going to be qualified to deal with that? Just on the reality tip. No, she's not qualified. And I'm not saying that there's any other woman. And Michelle Obama is a wonderful, beautiful sister, wife, and mother and everything. But she is not qualified to go up in there with them devils and talk about being no president of the United States of America. That's absurd.
What do you think?
Ridiculous.
It is. I totally agree with you. What do you think about her not having any biological children?
Who?
Kamala. She has no biological children.
No, she helped her white husband raise his little white children.
Right.
She gave them everything she had. But it's a lot of women, we don't know the history on that. A lot of women don't have children because they can't have them. Maybe her husband, maybe he had a vasectomy and now he can't have any more. It could be that. And she just might not want any little Negro children. She might be scared they come out looking like her daddy or something. So she don't want to risk that. She said, I'm not risking that. I ain't having no children.
Right.
Hey, she mess around and slip up and they break issues. Now, let's not pretend we don't.
Right.
We still have those. But no, I don't think a woman should be doing that. We're not even doing the job that we were designed and destined to do by God. We ain't doing that job. Let's not go somewhere trying to run right people affairs. We can't run the affairs in our own home among our own children and man.
Right.
Most of us don't even have no man in the home.
Right.
Now, let me tell you all real quick how that got like that. In the 60s, when the women's liberation movement came out with the white women, you know, we jump on every priority they got. We act like it's our priority. And so black women got involved with that. And that part of that movement was to get women to reject homemaking, motherhood, cooking, child rearing, being a wife and mother at home, and acting like a decent woman, wearing proper clothes because she's married or in a committed relationship. Okay? Those are the things that they rejected. Well, we decided to reject them too. Now, we're talking almost 60 years ago. That's almost 3 generations. All right? And so when we gave that up, the only thing that was left was self-worship. That self-worship has taken the form of the long eyelashes, the breast implants, the buttock implants, the lips being puffed up, the fingernails, the toenails, the whatever you can think of. So we decided to take that on. And since we didn't have anything else that we could offer a man, because we have rejected all of the things that a traditional woman has stood for, especially that one of nutrition, providing food for the family. Since food is what sustains life and health. So now when we quit all of that, that's why you have all the young girls today can't cook and make a joke about it. Don't even want to cook. All right. So we're dealing with that. And then we got a lot of overweight people because, as I said, we're eating a lot of junk food. People claim they so busy. If you got to sit 7 or 8 hours in the chair to get your hair braided, you ain't got time to come home and cook. Yeah. And if you got all them long fingernails, you can't do a lot of things because you got them. And so what happened was that after we decided that the only thing we had to attract a man was sex, then that's what we started using. And so the brothers are going to follow women whichever way we go in regard to mating. And so then the brothers say, if all you got is sex, then that's all I'm looking for too. And so now we have produced a black man who don't want to court, don't want to date, want to speak to you, and then have sex with you. And they tell you right up front what they want and what they want to do. See? So now the women are angry about that. We mad because we want to figure out, well, how come y'all don't want to this and don't want to that? That's because we bred that out of them and allowed our women to have something else bred into them. And so now we have situations where our women have become so silly, the young girls and the older women, and I'm talking including those that's on the Instagram with they naked behind out shaking it out of desperation and loneliness. So we're looking at a situation where these type of women are demanding that a man or a young man, whichever one, take them out to dinner and pay white people $300 or $400, $500 for one dinner to prove that they really are interested in them. That is the most ridiculous thing that I can think of. We don't have any restaurants that are that kind of high class level that would cost $300 or $400 or $500. If you can count them on one finger. So we don't have that. So the idea that everything we want to do, if we want some extra hair on our head, we got to go to the Asians. If we want to have some long fingernails, we got to go to the Asians. If we want to eat a good meal, we got to go to the Arabs or to the Asians. I mean, everything or to the white people that sell it all. If we want some couture, some fashionable clothes, we got to go to Chanel, we got to go to Louis Vuitton and all of them devils, okay? So now, how have they tricked us into a system where everything we want to do, the first thing we have to do is to give them some money? That's so crazy for a people. See, we are just consumers. Now, we know the first-class citizens in America are white. The second-class citizens in America are the Asians. We thought it was us. It's not. It's the Asians.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The third class citizens, if these immigrants come here and become industrious and start working and organizing and doing things and putting stuff together to become a tax base, they're going to be the third class citizens. So who do y'all think is now the fourth class citizen? It's us. We fourth class citizens. We can't even claim we second or third. Because all we do is consume and complain. We're not putting nothing together on all of that Negro talk. We just got to all come together. Yeah, I know. And the moon got to come back to the earth. Okay. See, it ain't going to happen.
Sis, but family, those that are just tuning in, I need y'all to go and support our sister Shahrazad Ali PayPal. Everything is pinned on the top of the link of this whole chat. Y'all can go right to the Cash App, the PayPal, support her book. If you can't do PayPal and Cash App, support her book. The eBay link is pinned to the top of the chat, or you can actually go to the QR code if you need to scan. If you're watching television, you can scan the QR code right now and make sure you support our sister's books. I mean, she wrote a whole host of books. All you have to do is go in there. I mean, let me tell y'all something. My sister wrote Black Woman's Guide to Understanding the Black Man. She wrote How Not to Eat the Pork. She wrote the Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. Are You Still a Slave? Urban Survival. Things Your Parents Should Have Taught You. All of that she's written, and she probably got some children's book coming out too. I think she got some more stuff. You got some more. You got more stuff too. I know she got some more stuff. So scan this QR code for all of her books right now. And if you can't do that, go to the PayPal or the Cash App and make sure you show us some love. Don't let me start sounding like Bill Cosby up in here. Don't do this. Come on, y'all.
Hey, listen.
Yes,
I am so blessed.
Yes,
none can withhold what Allah grant.
That's the truth.
And I had kind of semi-retired.
Yes, I remember.
Because I don't speak the language that the young people are speaking now.
Yes.
I don't even want to speak. That is no language. I don't even want to do that. And we don't have anything to do. That's why we are so involved with the hair and the fingernails, and even with the men, with the clothes and the cars and whatever, because we don't have anything to do.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have anything to do that we think will get the attention of men other than taking off our clothes or something, or twerking in the public. And you got adult women, See, at one time in this country, only the whores and prostitutes dressed like whores and prostitutes. All right. But since we don't produce clothes and everything, the people that make the clothes change that around and put all the women in clothes that look like whores and prostitutes. And so now you can't tell the difference. And neither can the men, which is why now they just hit on everybody. Because and even white men, they're emboldened to come and hit on us because it looks like we're leading in the porn industry. It looks like that we are oversexed, and women and men from other countries see us on there acting like that, and they think that that's all of us. They think all of us are functioning like that and are low class and low grade and uncivilized like that, when we are not. We had one teacher that taught us how to act at home and abroad, how to be a wife and mother, how to raise your children. And that was the teachings of our Elijah Muhammad. See, it's okay to get into all that heavy science, but we have to also look at what the actual instructions were. He taught us, the men and the women, how to bathe, how to act, how to have manners, how to take care of things and be alert. He taught us some basic skills that our children are not learning.
Nope.
And I'm not mad at the white people for not teaching our children Black history, because we should have taught them.
Right.
That's our responsibility. Instead of sending our children we're the only people that send our children to the enemy to get educated. We're the only people that do that. Everybody else make whatever the sacrifice is. We trying to keep up with every style they come out with. We're trying to buy and go to every place they say go to. And all of it is just about giving somebody else the money that we need to sustain ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And sister, and this the big thing nowadays is patriarchy against matriarchy. This abuse system of these two words, which is European words at the end of the day.
What does that mean? What that mean?
Patriarchy means ruled by men, and the matriarchy means ruled by women. That was
I see.
But there's an abuse of it now.
Well, we're not gonna rule nothing. Let me get back to that. We ain't gonna rule nothing. Ain't never been no war, no woman won. Okay. We ain't laid one railroad track. We ain't built one skyscraper. We didn't even design the sanitary napkin that we use. All right. So I'm not concerned about that. The things that we're good at and that God designed us for, which was the birth, nurse, and raise children.
Right.
Learn how to keep a decent home so that our men will have some sanctuary to go to. But we're dealing with men now who've been raised by women for the last 50 years, and they silly and immature. So that's one of the reasons I retired, because the men have behaved so ignorant, so many of them, the younger men especially, and when I say that, I mean 40 and under. They've been acting so ignorant and so petty and all of those things that I can't come out and tell a sister who is trying to do the right thing to go submit to him. There's nothing to submit to. And so we have it may take us 60 more years to get out of this situation, only if we wake up now and try to do something different. But I don't see that coming. We're going to have divine intervention. And that's not going to be pretty.
Sis, the Black woman's guide and the black man's guide was a very pivotal moment of a lot of people's lives. And you told me behind the scenes that you only had printed 1,000 books with the one with the smack on it. Can you please set that record straight real quick?
Well, there's nothing to set straight about it other than we are a very, I don't know, we have collective amnesia on everything, just about, especially our history. Yeah. But the one thing, now we're talking now 33, 34 years ago.
That book.
All right. And I was going by what the Red Cross had said. We saw that all our life. A woman or somebody gets hysterical, you just pop them a little bit and they come too.
During the emergencies, when there are emergencies. Yes.
That was a mistake. Now, I did think that was better than the men stomping us, breaking our arms and kicking us and doing all of those and beating us in the face and blacking our eye. I thought that was a softer, more method to get our attention about things. But because people, rejected that so strongly, it wasn't even 1,000 copies probably. But anyway, I took that out immediately. But that's the one thing people use to try to discredit everything else that I teach. That's all they're doing it for.
That's the only thing they use.
Okay? Because if I asked them something about their own history, they probably couldn't remember it. And interestingly enough, a lot of times it's a lot of brothers that'll call in on a show and talk about, tell me about that. Yeah, I heard, and they talk real silly about things like that. But I am not trying. I have daughters and granddaughters, sisters, aunts, and everything. I certainly would never be trying to tell anybody to abuse us. We abuse ourselves enough.
Say it again, sister.
We don't need no help. Just leave us alone and you'll see how big a abuser we can be of self. And so I would never do that. That would certainly be terrible. But those are reasons, as I said, that they try to use that. They don't argue with me about saying that Black women ought to pull their dress down, stop going out in the street half naked, stay off the streets at 11, 12 o'clock at night, stop feeding your family junk food. We decide how long the Black man lives by what we feed him. See? It's what you eat is going to be the root of everything you have when you get old.
Right.
And now that I'm getting old, a lot of things is coming back on me, King Simon.
and I want people to be clear that sister she said she didn't even print at least even 1,000 of those books. She took it out because she had quoted somebody else, quoted the Red Cross. And y'all got to stop trying to use that. By the way that video, that clip went viral, sister, even friends of mine was coming in. I said, what she said in that video when we was on Sunday the Slouch, y'all are doing exactly what she said.
Yeah, they are. Now, here's the interesting thing. Now, that was in 1990.
Exactly.
Ask a Negro what else do he remember in any other book or in the newspaper from 1990? Nothing.
Right.
So, that's how I knew that this was just some nonsense that they decided to hold on to
Yep.
You know, they didn't hold on to the part where I say clean your house, clean your body.
They hate that part.
No, nobody quoted that.
Right.
Quoted that
and everything, or tried to make peace for your man instead of hell every day. But as I said, one of the reasons that I just got semi-retired, I had to come back out now,
right,
for my brother King Simon. But the other thing is because I it's so much going on, I had to put my mouth in it because there's nobody talking and they making any sense.
Nobody
we out here tripping on this. And Al Sharpton, all of them, let me tell you, all of them ain't nothing but a bunch of hypocrites. I remember they was all living in Trump Towers, going to his hotels, going to his parties and dinners, hugged up with him. I thought Oprah was going to tongue kiss him the way she was hugging. All of them. Okay? All of them. So now, since they want to keep getting that money they getting in the Democratic Party, now they all against this one white man who is no different than the rest of the white men, except they more polished at tricking us. Trump just straight out. Trump didn't have money like that. Trump family had money, but they had to earn it. It was not generational wealth in their family. He was never accepted by the rich white people. He is not accepted now. You can see it. You can't buy class and different stuff, okay? And so he's the trailer park president, but he's one that black men can identify. And then they talk about, we're not going to vote for him. He's a convicted felon. I say every black family in America got a convicted felon in the family. We don't stop talking to everybody in our family.
Right.
Hey, I'm gonna turn it over to you, Dr. Angela. Hold on one second. Please like, subscribe, and share. Look, you got 130, damn near 150 people in the chat. I need y'all. We only got 88 people that thumb up the video. Come on now, stop playing with me. Matter of fact, until y'all thumb up the video, I'm gonna take this quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with our sister. Don't you go nowhere. We'll be right back after this. Numerovation with King Simon. Text me now at 347-496-1022. You could also take my course if you want to, but do text me for your sessions at 347-496-1022. You could also get my books on Amazon at Linktree/King Simon the Numerator. Remember, you can book your session and get it done right now. 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. King Simon the Numerator. Remember, you can scan the QR code, family. Scan the QR code. Get our sisters' books. Remember, all of our books are available. Let me show y'all the books. This is what y'all scanning for. Let me show y'all the books right behind the scan right now. Let me show y'all the books. Look here. Look here. Black Man's Guide to Understanding Black Woman. Are you still a slave? Things your parents should have told you. How not to eat the pork. She had to revise this probably how many times now, sister? How many times?
About 5.
5 times you have to revise. How you urban survivor for the years to come. She's talking about what's happening now and all of that. And of course, Black Woman's Guide to Understanding Black Women. Black women, y'all act like she never wrote this book for y'all too. She wrote this for us, but she wrote this for y'all. What's wrong with y'all? Stop playing. Come on now. Come on. And please scan this.
Another reason we're not doing certain things.
Yes.
People keep telling me, put my books on Kindle, put them on tape. Now, there's people out there stealing from me, other black people, and they have done these things, but they're not with my permission. And as we catch them, we shut them down. But one of the ways in the history of the white man in the caves of Europe, one of the ways that we ran them savage was to take away all the books. So I'm not going to take away my books and just put it in something you listen to in your ear. I'm not going to do that. We have to keep the books. The purpose of education is to civilize the people. Reading is a form of education.
And sure, Sister Shara, if they can't pay the phone bill, they can't read. Right.
We have people that order our book and sign the money order on the front and the back. They don't know how to do it. No, we have them that'll send a letter to us and put the whole address in the left-hand side of the envelope.
Exactly.
So, these are basic skills that we are losing. And we say that the teachers are not teaching our children. Well, we don't send our children to school prepared to learn. We have allowed technology to invade our lives and all of that but you can't live without it. That's a lie. We lived over here 400 and some odd years without it.
Exactly.
All right. Exactly. So for certain things, but to allow these children, even babies, to sit up and be on these telephones and these tablets 8-10 hours a day as the babysitter. We don't even know what that's doing to their brain. It's like all them tattoos everybody getting. We don't know what that's going to do to the pigment in the melanin in our skin 20, 30 years from now. That was never our thing. That's something else we copied. We do anything that don't require nothing but talk.
Exactly. And when they did put on tattoo, it was henna and it came right off. It was natural.
Hey.
What the heck's wrong with these people? Go ahead, Doctor. Go ahead, Dr. Angela. Ask your question.
We have really run with that. And our men are wearing earrings. And we look at that as if that's natural. It's okay. And we just have all kind of different crazy concepts of who God is and what God is. And I hate that some of the changes that have happened in the Nation of Islam, only because that was the Messengers organization.
Right.
Now, other people have taken it over in different cities and have their own ideas going. But they added their own, as they say, their own flavor and stuff to it. But there is no religion that changes doctrine every 5 or 10 years. So this nonsense now that they got out there about Messiah and Mahdi and all of that, that's floating around among our people regarding the Nation of Islam, that's all nonsense. That's a lie. That's some disbelief that people are putting out there. And they think that it's okay because they have not been taught who the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the last and greatest messenger to us all. He wasn't just a messenger to the Muslims.
That's right.
He was the messenger to anybody who chose to read that and wanted to improve their life.
That's right. That's right.
And so when I look at how that has changed now, he used to say that the people that would go to the hereafter with him, which was nowhere up in the sky, we can't breathe 40 miles outside of this atmosphere, so it wasn't like going to no hereafter up in the sky, but in a place where we would have more freedom, justice, and equality without our former slave masters abusing us and keeping us living in a hostile environment, trying to normalize our captivity. And so that's what the hereafter meant. He said the people that would go with him would fit in a taxicator. Now I'm thinking that you could probably get 5 or 6 people in the taxicator, and maybe that's it. Because everywhere, everybody have taken on mixed instructions. They got confusion going. They're making up their own gods. They people who want to be somebody in the history have tried to include themselves in the divinity of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Savior. I mean, we just got so much nonsense going on now because people just want to be in a club. I look at the MGT, King Simon, and I know you've seen this. The MGT got on false eyelashes and that little curly hair around the front of their head and lipstick. Now, in the MGT uniform. Now, where's the captain? What kind of captain of the MGT is allowing that nationwide?
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Sticking out on the side, all kind of foolishness. That ain't no MGT, and it ain't nothing but a costume anyway. And so now they have adjusted the costume to go with their modern times.
That's right.
See, getting that fake hair was a bad start for us. Now we're even putting it in our little girls' hair. Even the boys getting fake hair, braids and locks and stuff, because that is teaching our young girls growing up that they are not enough, and that the only way they can be beautiful is to emulate white women or Asian women and glue somebody else's hair on your head, and that's the only way you can look acceptable. That's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Yes. Right.
Everybody in the fingernails. We don't know what eventually all the smelling them chemicals in there every other week is going to do to us. The nail techs have on a mask. Why y'all think that is?
They protecting from
They have on a cover.
Right.
But the women sitting up in there talking about, I want to have 2 inches, or I want a flower on there. They don't have nothing on their face.
You know.
So we have been tricked. What is that Spike Lee used to say? Bamboozled.
Bamboozled. Well, yeah, they said.
I mean, I thought we had already been tricked, but we have been tricked way more than I ever thought that it would be. The messenger say, get out of the way. We should be trying to raise up out of here.
Yes.
But we are so addicted to the American way of life and what we think are the benefits of living here. And those benefits are just being able to pretty much doing anything you want to do. Just don't get caught.
That's
but
right.
In America, you can do anything.
That's right.
For every foul bird.
Sister Shahrazad, let Dr. Angela go ahead and ask your next question.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
The question it's segueing from what you already said, with with the state of women not wanting to be the mother, be the wives at home, stay home, trying to compete with their children and go to the club. I still don't understand that. But how did this happen? Meaning, I wasn't born during that time. I was born in 1980. They always say when you go back into history, the black woman would join the white woman in her fight with her man.
That's what I just explained.
No, I know, but how did it happen? I'm trying to get, if we're married, if 80% of the women were married, how did this happen? Did they walk up to their door and like offer them like welfare and money? Like, how did that happen?
No, people change based on ideas, not information. And so when people start hearing an idea and they kind of identify with it or like it or think it'll make their life easier, that's what I explained at the beginning of the show, how we went into their idea and rejected all of the things that had been the traditional roles of women, especially black women, because we wasn't just preparing meals back in the day for our families. We was preparing meals for the white people to eat and their children. And we prepared good food. My mother worked for a white family and she cooked for them. And so we ate good because she brought home all the food they had left over. That's the way they did back then. And so we grew up on roast lamb and veal, and a lot of things that a lot of the other children didn't have access to. Because they was always eating good. It was us. They was giving us the butter beans and the black eyed peas and the pig intestines, the chitlins, and the pig head and the souse meat, the pigtails, trotters, and all of that. They was giving that to us. That's what they didn't want. And we are so mentally dead that we have decided that eating filthy pigs is part of our cultural heritage. And so every year, different times, we have the chitlins, we have the black eyed peas, animal food no human was ever eating, that they taught us to eat, and now we think we're proud of eating that. So that's how it happened. It wasn't no magic. It's just like right now, if we see all the women wearing a certain type of clothes and the men are looking at them, then most women will go buy that same outfit. So the men will look at them.
Okay.
So the way to change people, we have to change the idea, what people think about things, how they look at it. If they look at a little girl, 4 or 5 years old, and she got on little tight clothes and she's shaking and twerking and doing everything that she should not be doing as a little child, and everybody just laugh at it and nobody objects to it, then that's how the destruction takes place. The messenger say you can tell a weak believer because when you're taking around evil, he'll start smiling.
Powerful. That Do you want to take any questions, Sister Shahrazad, before we finish? Okay, I don't want to keep you too long. I know how you are.
What time is it, King's Island?
It's 8:46 over here. 8:46 over here.
Well, we got 15 more minutes. Hey, what, y'all got enough?
No,
we don't have to go.
I want to make sure you all right. That's right. I want to make sure you all right. If you want to take any questions.
You don't take callers, do you?
I can take calls now. I can take calls.
Well, let's take some callers.
All right, this is what we're gonna do.
Let's really find out where the people head is. Let's take some calls.
Family, I'm gonna put the link in the chat to contact us. So come on in. We'll see where y'all at. Okay. We're gonna see who up. Now be respectful if you coming up here. Do not play. I will cut you off in a second.
Right. Let me say this.
Yes.
One of the ways we lost control of our children was through television and movies and things like that. Because this was intentional. They started making movies where the children were talking back to their parents. Get out of my room. I hate you. Leave me alone. See, now, children had never heard that kind of language. White or black.
Okay.
But once they started putting that in the contemporary music the movies, on television shows, then the children started to normalize that kind of dialogue to their parents. Start talking entitled, start demanding things, start fighting their parents. The messenger also said that. He said, your children will grow up and kill you. And we read about it all the time, where children have killed their parents.
Right.
Men kill their mothers.
That's right. That's right.
So, everything that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught has been true, is true. And there's no way you can completely be a success at doing anything unless you adopt some of his principles. Now, that's even for the people who have adopted his principles and claim they got it from somewhere else.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
That's Jesse Jackson. That's Martin Luther King. That's everybody else that's ever come that was our so-called leaders. They heard some of the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's Sharpton. That's all of them. And they took that part. The people in this society that all of our people admire the most, that's Khalid Muhammad, Louis Farrakhan, Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, Shahrazad Ali, all of the people that you all admire had the same teacher. Don't y'all get it? This is free information that'll change your life. He said the first thing Islam do for you is dignify you. It gave us something to talk about. That's why we are such good speakers. We didn't have nothing to talk about. But we're going to talk about how we got tricked. I mean, we could talk about that, but after that, we have to be able to move on. The messenger is the only one that came with a different message. He gave us a different dialogue. He gave us a different way to behave, a different way to dress, a different way to eat.
Okay. I think people who want to talk to her, come on, click on the link if you want to talk.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, don't be afraid of us. She ain't gonna fight Click on the link. The link is in the chat. If you got a cam up and click on the link if you want to talk. I'll take at least 3 people that we could talk to real quick.
That's right.
Make sure you're respectable and make sure you're not disrespecting, because I will cut you off real quick, but we want to see your face. Because if you're gonna be disrespectful, let's see your face. I'm not doing all of that. You're gonna be disrespectful, let's see your face. So cam up, it says cam up and be respectful. The link is in the chat right now. Come on in.
While we're waiting, I do have one more question for you. Sister Ali, what did you think when Obama was basically reprimanding Black men for not voting for Kamala because she was Black?
Yeah. Well, as we already know, Obama is a kind of whipped himself, and so he gonna do whatever the women tell him to do. He ain't trying to fall out. Probably Michelle probably punch him out. She bigger than him. She way more than him. You can probably knock Obama out. He coming there trying to be the boss. I think that was absurd, but that's what he thinks of Black men.
Right.
See, he doesn't really consider himself a Black man in that way. He thinks because he was raised by a white mama and so forth, and in another neighborhood, that he's not considered as a Black man. He didn't come through what our Black men have gone through. That's why they identify more with Trump. A lot of what they're putting on Trump is pumped up fake charges and illegal injustice, not treated fairly. Well, that's what our Black men's experience has been here in America. So they can identify with him. And so what if he lied? Who is in the government that's not lying?
Lying.
Who is in America rich that don't cheat on their taxes? See, these are basic things, as I said, that happen in this country. But when they get ready to turn on you, they can do that. Let's say your agreement with the devil will not stand, and that they promise you only to deceive. See? So we already got a teaching on it. And the other one that I love that he said is stop forcing yourself into places where you not wanted. So don't be going in their store getting mad because they disrespect you. Don't be going in the store showing your addiction to what they got, begging them to sell you something, trying to prove to them that you have enough money to buy a $3,000 Louis Vuitton bag. You can't make no sandwich out of that, I guarantee you.
I think people are afraid, my sister. So I'm not even. I'm trying to tell them. I mean, we got almost 200
Well, it's
people.
okay because I have more to teach them than they have to teach me, so it's all right. I can just tell them about it.
One of the questions I would like to ask.
The other thing that we want to be able to have with each other if we're trying to mate is intellectual compatibility. See, we have that as a problem. We always say, our men don't open up or they don't share. Sometimes they don't know how to talk. Sometimes they don't know the language well enough. Sometimes they don't understand the language. And that's the same with us. We can't spell, count, read. As adults, it's many of us who still don't have those skills. That's not the school's fault. I didn't send my children to the public school to learn to read. I taught them to read at home. See, I taught them to talk so they could come home and tell me, Mommy, they beat me today.
Exactly.
Tell me what is going on up there. Well, my children went to the University of Islam until it closed.
That's right.
Number 15 in Atlanta. That's where we were living, and that's where they went. And I did some of the writing and printing for their different programs there, and I have all of that stuff. One of these days, I should have a display somewhere.
Yeah, you need to do an auction. You need to do an auction or something. You need to do something.
Yeah, because I have some different things that are very, very dear to me.
I see somebody back screen. I see somebody. You ready? You got a cam up, family. Got a cam up if you're coming on. All right, I see you up in the back. Hold on, remove this. Let me see. We see Holly Hammett. What's up, Hammett? What's up, Hammett? What's up, brother? I can't hear you. You're on mute. I can't hear you.
Peace, light, and momentum to everyone. Thank you, King Simon.
Thank you. What's the question you got for sister? One question you have for Sister Shahrazad, my brother.
Oh, you on here cooking, Dr. Shahrazad Ali. My question for you, what is your take, or what's your piece that you can say about the sisters that's wearing this false hair, knowing that the brothers ain't feeling it? I'd like to hear what you have to say about that.
Well, we've been talking about that a long time, good brother. I wish you'd been here. Well, we know that wearing anything that belongs to somebody else is very frustrating for those of us. My ministry has been more for Black women than Black men because I know more about that. Okay, it's not a good idea. It's too expensive. It's too time consuming. We have little boys watching that and who grow up and think that they're supposed to get that done too. See, if no man is around, they see all of that and they listening to the talk of the women in the beauty shop, and they a lot of times take on different ideas of femininity like that. And so we end up having boys that's more feminine than the girls. Okay, and that hair gets in the way. It get in the toilet. It's slamming the car door. It's just a lot of problems with it, you know? And then it can stink. You don't know what kind of animal that is. It could be raccoon, fox, dog, skunk. We don't know. We just buy it and glue it on our head. And it's too expensive. That's a complete waste of money. That's a family vacation. If you save that up for a year, that's a new TV, a piece of furniture. That's another car. I mean, it's a lot of things. We spend a lot of money. And worse than that, we spend a lot of time. That's wasted time that we cannot get back. And I ain't never had no man come up and ask me for no hair. So what is the point? I've been out there longer than all of y'all.
Brother Heaven, thank you for coming up, man. Thank you for coming up for that question. All right, my brother. Peace and love, man. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the support, my brother. Yo, hey, now one thing I want to ask you, sister, where is it in the Messager's teachings that he tell us about voting, please?
He didn't suggest we do it, but a couple of times he said things like,
right,
take this program to Congress.
Right.
And present it to them. He would make statements like that. Right. But no, he did not tell us to go register and vote.
Right. Yeah, take his comment.
I voted for Obama. I voted for Obama because I thought that he was going to be the one. And so I did that to be in unity with all of y'all. You know, I said, okay, we're going to put a Black man in there. But he just had on a costume. He was not a Black man.
Right.
That's so funny.
No, it wasn't.
Because he was the one.
No, I did. But But this Kamala thing, this is a little different. As I said, it's a woman, and it's a woman married to a white man. She made her career built on convicting black men. That's how she proved that she could be the qualified vice president, because she had already demonstrated that she hated black men. Right. I don't want no woman nowhere sleeping with no white man at night and coming in the next day and got to make a judgment over you. I'll never agree with that. And she don't need to be in that position anyway.
Right.
As I said, and that's not that we're not able to do different things. We have a lot of power. Yes. One thing we can do is that we can kill people. Not in no war. We kill them through abortion. Now, we have to be very careful with that. Our birth numbers are down. All right? And we have to make sure that the young women, and I'm not saying if it's rape or incest and different things, you know, sometimes as women, sister, you know this, we get tied up with a Negro that we know we don't want to be bothered with for 18 years with no baby. We don't want to have no baby look like him. We got to look at him every day and everything. So we be, hey, I got to get an abortion. I kill myself, everybody, but I can't do this. All right. And so we do that, but we have to be very careful with that idea. As I said, they're teaching us to kill ourselves. But the other thing is, many of these young women use abortion for birth control. So they have 5 and 6 and 7 abortions a year. Because they're using that for birth control. They think all I got to do is run to the clinic. They happy to do it. They want to kill black people all day, every day.
And they asking men for money to help them do it. That's how deep that gets.
You can get a grant. You can get a voucher. You can get anything. You want to get an abortion, they right there with it. And they're using the same system as Yaku. This thing got the same playbook, as they say.
Same playbook.
They don't have to change it, because we double down dead. Now we more dead than we was back in the day. Because back then, all the 80% of the children, 5 years out of slavery, 80% of black children could read. See? Right. And something else about the voting, since we get ready to close, it was not the Republicans that stopped us from getting 40 acres and a mule. It was the Democrats.
Right.
See, so we've been tricked. We don't know nothing about their politics. It wasn't our business. They just use us for a tool and a slave for the numbers when they're trying to get into office. But as I said, Kamala has already told us the same thing Barack Obama told us. Now, this show you how we hate ourselves. Because they say, I'm not going to do anything for you. And we say, okay, then I'm going to vote for you. It don't make any sense. It just doesn't. If we were thinking, we can't expect anything from them. If we don't like their tax base, then we need to leave.
Exactly.
But you are not going to be able to force the enemy to change anything until we're able to be more self-sufficient and demonstrate that we are willing to be upright and civilized. So that's the same argument between Booker T. Washington and W. Du Bois.
And that's why this book, Urban Survival for the Years to Come, is so important. And what this guy says, no revolution without evolution. Kamala isn't perfect, but Trump ain't perfect either. We don't believe in none of the politics. You don't understand, bro. We don't believe in none of their politics. None of them. I don't trust none of them.
But we need a man. We need a man to deal with the men that you have to deal with running a nation.
Right.
And if you think, as I said, them old white men in the Senate and everything getting ready to cuddle up under Kamala, what they gonna do? Invite her to the club? What can they do with her?
They gonna fight her husband. Right. Come on, what's she doing?
Yeah.
Why do we love the devil? Because they give us
nothing. Because he gives us nothing.
That's the lesson. Thank you very much, Sister Sandra.
Because he gives us nothing. That's the direct quote. Okay. And so when we ask somebody what you gonna do and they say nothing, we say, okay, I love you. This is how we have it all mixed up. But things are going to get better. God is on our side.
That's right.
God look like us.
That's right.
And he want us. He the only one that want us, because I don't want y'all. Y'all don't want me. Okay? We don't want each other. So we know it ain't us gonna do no saving. Right? Our salvation will lie with God. And whoever the God is you say you believe in, hold fast, because you're getting ready to test that idea because of the coming years.
Yes. And
so
I think
y'all go get my books. That's the Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. Now that's a book for grown-up women. Read it slow. And for men who have self-control. and it'll help you understand your woman and your mother. Okay. And the Black Woman's Guide to Understanding the Black Man is another version of the problems that we have been having with you all, and what you can do to try to correct that, so we can have a better man and make us want to stay with you to have a better child. See, all of the worlds have a joining on the best necessity. So all those things are connected. You're not going to have one without the other.
That's right. That's right. Well,
just not going to.
Sister Shahrazad, remember, family, go to the scan the QR code if you can right now, or go to the link that I pinned on the top of the chat. All the links supported via Cash App is up there. Her PayPal email is up there. The book on eBay link is up there. But
y'all need to send me some money.
Hey, that's right. The message told. We don't run nothing. No nation can be run without no money. Tell them.
Right.
Well, listen. I want your audience to know that I certainly appreciate them listening, trying to learn something, and recognize when you're around superior knowledge, just try to learn something. It ain't from me. I don't know nothing for Shahrazad. I'm not important. Right. I'm just a vessel that's delivering information that I know works. And I'm older than most of your listeners and viewers.
That's right.
So I've had more life experience. I know more about life. I know more about women and men and money. See, so there's something that you all can learn, because I'm aging out too. I'm getting old, and I won't be out here. Well, they'll still be stealing and selling my tapes on the street somewhere. But
but I remember, but sister, I remember you said, old school is the true school. You said that's the true school, because you was married twice, and you took care of all of the children after they passed on. You really did, and I know most of them women out there would never do that. And how many children were they, ma'am? How many children
that I had?
Yes, all together. 12.
Wow.
12. And most of them out there would not take care of, after two of your husbands passed on, they wouldn't take care of the children like that. So that's old school is the true school.
Yes. School. See, we talk about things have changed, but change don't mean better. Change just means different.
Exactly.
Okay? So it's changed, but it's been for the worse for us. And you have to be very brave to change and do the right thing, because everybody that you are around are doing the wrong thing. So you have to have a lot of courage. This is not easy, but it becomes habitual. Once you start thinking that way, it'll settle things for you. You'll see everything around you differently. You'll see your real potential, and you'll see what to do for your children so that they will not grow up and fight and kill you.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. My beloved sister, thank
you. Was that black enough for y'all?
That was blacker than black, blacker than black. I'm gonna call you tomorrow. I gotta send you something anyway, so I know what it is. So
all right. Okay.
I gotta take care of you. I'm here. I'm in New York with my mother right now. We had
I see. I'm doing
so here, my daughter's about to give my 15th grandchild is coming.
Oh Lord, go ahead.
Yeah, her and her fiance is having a baby shower. So I'm here.
That's nice.
So we're doing what we got to do. So, but thank you very much, Shahrazad.
Yes, sir. And Doctor, I'm so happy I got to meet you.
Me too. Thank you.
You have success in your future. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I hope you got some things, some tools you could use tonight, so that you could go to have the life you deserve.
Absolutely.
Yeah. She loves your work. She loves your work, Sister Shahrazad. That's why I brought her on. All right. Assalamu alaikum, sis. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
All right. Bless the love. All right. Oh, my goodness. That was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful presentation. Man. Woo. Man.
I talk about her to my students, especially the Muslim students I got.
I know.
All the time.
You be on it. Make sure y'all support Dr. Angela also. She got some books out there. I put it in the description. The books are
I have to still send you my updated version.
You got to stop playing.
I know.
Your website still under construction?
Yeah, it's good now.
It's good now, so I can take on this construction off of there.
Right.
You got a book called "It's Your Fault."
Yes.
That's like Sister Shahrazad 2.0.
Right.
Your fault.
So our fault.
But how did you enjoy what we did? How did you enjoy it?
I loved it. Because with the elders, I love listening to them. You know what I'm saying? Because there's still our teachers. It was an honor just to hear her speak, especially about those issues. That's why I asked her, how did it happen? So when she said the ideas, the TVs, the commercials, all of the stuff, I'm like, all right, finally I got an answer of how it happened. I know it did happen, but how did we go from 80% of us are married to now it's the opposite? Right. I needed to know how that happened. That was very interesting to me.
I'm working on pulling her out for a lecture because she did retire, family. She has retired, but she said she came out of retirement from her brother here. I said, but look, I mean, we need to pull her out for a lecture.
You mean like an in-person, right?
In-person lecture again, like I used to do. She wants to come to Atlanta, so I'm gonna find out what she gonna do. New York, I got Phil Valentine for my 30th anniversary. We're working on Phil Valentine in New York with Dr. Nalani, with a few other people in a whole workshop, because that's my 30th. Next year is my 30th. So I want to do it big, and it makes sense to bring Dr. Phil Valentine because he's from New York and we from New York, and we know each other for over 30 years. So it's like, let's tap in, So look out for that. That's going to be in Harlem, either Harlem or Brooklyn. We're going to have that in either Harlem or Brooklyn. But family, if y'all can make it out, I know Dr. Angela might say a few words at my event that's coming up this weekend. Come on out. We're going to be there. It's only a donation if you go to the QR code. Let me take that down first. If y'all go to the QR code, if any donation you want of it, but if you come to the door, it's going to be $20 at the door. But if you go to the QR code, you can put $5 in there, $10, $20, whatever you feel to donate for respecting this event, and make sure you buy a book. Even if you put $5 and come and buy a book, because I got my children's book and I have a few of my other books out. Dr. Angela gonna be there. These two beautiful ladies, Tamika Royale, Amira Hassan. Lloyd said he gonna speak. Sister Kapunya gonna open up with the meditation. Ryan is gonna be. Joshua Sarah is gonna be there. He's in town, so everybody gonna pass through for my second leg of my 20-night celebration and promotion and production. We gonna be in the building, hard body.
Yes,
how's your podcast? You still doing your podcast? What's up?
My co-host got to get it together. We have to. We've been doing like live on Facebook. We actually have to do a show. It's only if it's his job, we have to do a show because stuff is out of control.
When you're ready, when you're ready, you can talk to Sister Shahrazad. I'll just give
you already know.
I told you to get that. We talked to Phil. You talk to your family know Phil. Your mama knows Phil.
I still can't get over that.
Me too. I can't get over that. But, family, make sure you support Dr. Angela. She is a wonderful soul all the time. She got Cash App, she got PayPal, she got Black Love on IG. Make sure you support that. And you can email her for what type of educator are you? I know you're an educator. What do you educate?
I teach science. All my degrees are in science.
So you tutor also, right?
No, I haven't tutored in a while. I do college and alternative.
So suppose people wanted to tutor and you charge them for tutoring.
Oh, yeah. I do tutoring, right? Absolutely.
Yeah, she'll do it. If you want tutoring, if you're in this college or you're in school and you want tutoring in science or whatever, this sister here is profound at what she does. I'm going to have to bring it to Georgia and expose it to the Georgia crowd, because you never spoke in Georgia yet, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, we need it, because you used to live out there too. That's great.
For 4 years. I love every minute of it.
And so I think y'all need to come on back out or get something. What's up? Right. And tell your husband I said what's up. All right.
I will.
All right, love you, girl. Thank you very much for coming out. All right, peace and love. That's our girl. Dr. Angela was our guest co-host. Let's give her a well-deserved round of applause for coming in and representing on full effect. Man. That was good. Anybody want to cam up? If anybody want to cam up now, if y'all want to cam up and say a few words now, if you want to cam up and say, you can talk to me now. You can talk to me. And you can talk to me. If you want to cam up, you can talk to me. Tell me what you felt about what Sister Shahrazad Ali shared with you. Cam up. I want to see y'all on camera if you're going to come up with me. All right, come up with me and talk. We can talk about numbers, whatever you want to talk about, but I want to make sure we talk about Sister Shahrazad Ali. Stay on focus, and then we can talk about whatever numbers you want to deal with. But make sure that I think she was very helpful, very profound with her information. I think she served a greater purpose as far as helping people out. So you can cam up. She said, Aton said he'll cam up, but he's not presentable. We ain't scaring the audience, Aton. Don't scare the audience now. We ain't doing all of that. But Sister Shahrazad Ali been on the field battling it out. See, a lot of y'all have been only doing behind the scenes battling. Sister Shahrazad Ali was on Donahue and all these rest of these battling in front of people. Sometimes they came to step to her behind us after the show but she had a husband that was ready to kick backside from the Nation of Islam, that's ready to throw down at any time. Y'all don't even know what kind of battles these people was really going through. Thank you, Aton. You know, y'all don't know the battles that these people we had to do. But before social media, it was we had to go in studio, we had to go in Apollo, we had to go on the streets and battle these people out. So, you know, Sister Shahrazad Ali is battle tested. She's battle tested. A lot of sisters and brothers in the quote unquote conscious community didn't like her because of how she spoke and how she dealt with him. But hey, she ain't give a damn. She just put foot to grass and foot to ass if she had to back in the day. Y'all don't even know. They don't know the battlefields of that time. Y'all are behind here twiddling your toes behind a computer, barefoot with your feet in a massage bowl or something. When we used to be in the street before this stuff out, y'all never been surrounded by 5 Christians or 5 Hebrews or 5 Muslims from another community battling us out with the Quran and ready to fight and throw knuckles. Y'all never been on that. Y'all behind these little keyboards. Y'all never been there. So y'all need to respect them sisters and brothers that have been on them street. Y'all never been there. Y'all wasn't out. Y'all wasn't there. So y'all got to respect them. I'm telling you, I respect her immensely. So family, I want everybody, if you're in the Brooklyn area or in the tri-state area, y'all want to come on out and have fun with me, Lloyd Strayhorn, all the people that's going to be there, Tamika Royale, Amira Hassan. She might or might not be there. Something going on with her family. I don't want, but if we're going to be at Nicholas, Brooklyn, it's $20 at the door. But if you scan the QR code or go to my link tree, it's any donation you want to make. Just don't make $2. Do a nice $5 or $10 donation, but don't just do $2. You know, do a $5 and come on out and buy the book. The book is only $10, $11. And I'm going to have my other books. I got Numbers of Simple People Are Complicated, Numbers of Simple Children's Health is Important. And I got No Promotion is Bad Promotion. I just don't have Numerovation for Mental Stability right now. But all the other books I have a few of those books that's going to be with me on Sunday, this Sunday, October the 27th in Brooklyn, New York. And if you're into martial arts, these 4 sisters are going to be demonstrating and throwing brothers around like feathers. Y'all want to see this if you're in Brooklyn, New York, November the 9th at the World Martial Arts Center over there at 1120 Washington Avenue on the 3rd floor. They got elevators too, so you can make it happen. And if you want to work from home, family, if you want to work from home, any one of you out there that want to work from home, and y'all really want to work from home, if you got a computer and a phone, you can do this. All you have to do is text the words "hire me" to 770-861-9906. That's 770-861-9906. Part-time, full-time, whatever you choose. You can choose your own time, but you get to work from home, make some extra money. That is totally up to you. All right. Also, I want to big up my mods, big up my moderator, Color Curiosity. She was in the building. Make sure you hit her up at 813-325-4205 and tell her King Simon Millicent Simmons, if you want to feng shui your life, your clothing, your house, your car, whatever you want to feng shui, you want to learn how to do that color therapy or get that done. We're going to be doing a workshop soon, online workshop. So it's going to be all, and she got a workshop in Tampa coming up. So look out for that in Tampa. And I'll be coming down there to do something in Tampa. We might bring Dr. Shakira down there to do something in Tampa. It's going to be powerful. And of course, Dr. Shakira Moore, if you want to, she's also one of the moderators. Make sure you hit her up at Linktree/Holistica Healer, or make sure you go ahead and give her a call or text at 570-972-9308. That's 570-972-9308. Iridology is a powerful science. She's helped me out immensely throughout my journey, just like other iridologists like Dr. Africa and Anoket and Dr. Melanie and all the people that helped me out too. And my son in Atlanta, the metro Atlanta area, I don't know if he came back from Texas yet, but he lives in Texas. So that number, if you want to pressure wash, car detailing at your home, you don't want to leave your home, you don't want to do it yourself, dumpster wash, he can do it for you for a very reasonable price. That's JB. That's one of my sons. And big up to my son, Prince Imagine, who I've been hanging out with since I've been in New York. Hit him up at Green Studio NYC. That's greenstudioNYC.com. That's Green Studio NYC. Big up to Lloyd Strayhorn, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Hit him up. Palm reading, astro numerologist. He's big at what he does. And don't forget Nicholas. We're gonna be at Nicholas this weekend. We're gonna be at Nicholas this weekend. All right, we're gonna be at Nicholas this weekend. Nicholas is celebrating 50 years. We're gonna be playing music. We're gonna do a meditation. We're doing all of that on Sunday, this coming Sunday, October 27th. Come and enjoy us. But you'll find out all the events that's going on in Nicholas when you go to nicholasbrooklyn.com. And don't forget, Carrie Ann Ingram can help you reduce depression, stress, anxiety, grief, anger. Man, go and contact Carrie Ann. Hit up her QR code or go to her website at carrieanningram.com. And guess what? If you want to book a session with me, text me your full name and date of birth with an email, and I will send you the detail. I got the 10-minute sessions, the 15-minute sessions, I got the 30-minute session, and I got the 60-minute session. Come on now. Remember, invest in yourself and know your numbers, because when you study numbers, study numerology is applied mathematics. Learn how to apply your numbers, and they can guide you and help you. And big up to Aton and Kendall Cobb, who does the hypnosis. I got to big her up. I don't have a fly up here right now, but I'm going to ask Aton to design a new flyer with the depth dimensions of the YouTube dimensions, because I need to promote promote him and her book, his book and her services. So if you want to get any of my books, go to Amazon right now. Go to Amazon right now. If you want to get any of my books, go to Amazon. And I will have some of my books at Nicholas this coming Sunday from 3 p.m. We start all the way till we finish around 7 or 8 o'clock. If you want to hang out that long, we can just party and enjoy ourselves while we break down numbers and do some spiritual work. All right. Remember what Dr. B says: I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I am thankful for my life. And let's say what Dr. Blair would say: please, universal creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, my soul to receive only truth in your love now. I want to thank Dr. Blair, Dr. B. Thank everybody. Thank, of course, Sister Shahrazad Ali for coming in the building, and my guest co-host, y'all up for coming out. Thank y'all very much. Thanks to my mods again for coming in and having a good time. The next lessons that are coming up soon: the numeration and spiritual perspective of a magnetic mindset. We're going to talk about that from a numerational spiritual perspective. And then the other one is going to be numerational spiritual and physical perspective of gatekeepers. Y'all don't know, there's a positive aspect to gatekeeping and there's a negative aspect to gatekeeping. There is also a positive aspect of magnetic mindset, and there's a negative aspect of magnetic mindset. I always got to give the duality during my lessons. And remember, all my lessons are in my membership. So if you want to join my membership on YouTube, you can join my YouTube membership to get all the lessons that have been placed in the membership. I usually keep it out for at least a few hours, maybe an hour, maybe 12 hours, but I make sure I put all of my lessons in the membership. And the membership is only $9.99 per month. That's it. You get to watch and study. But that's not my 8-hour class. My 8-hour class are different than my lessons. That's why I teach my lessons differently. My 8-hour class are different than my lessons. My 8-hour class that I already pre-recorded is different than my lessons. My lessons are more around slogans and sayings and quotes and words. My 8-hour class, my holistic numeration class, focus on the human element, the name, the birthday, all of that, and how to deal with the dynamics of the Bath method, looking beyond the numbers, around the numbers, the trajectory of the numbers, and hearing the numbers talk to you. There's a method. There's a method to my greatness, just like there's a method to your greatness. If you really want to find your greatness, you got to recognize the method. I'm a method man, baby, just like y'all are method women out there. There's method men out there. So big up that. I'm a method man. I'm about my method. So I'm telling y'all again, scan the QR code for Sister Shahrazad Ali's books and support her 100%. Support her 100%. Support her 100%. Family, I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh and listen to Miss Ali. Now it comes the time that I have to say goodbye, but it's nice to say I love you and I love me. Take care, family. Be safe, be great, be loving. Remember, you have been watching King Simon Presents Only Quality People on YouTube. You can contact me or get my products through Linktree/King Simon the New Motivator. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Take care, family. It's the Numerovational Session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical, esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.